Have you ever felt like you were living a life that was written by someone else? Even if you achieve, win awards, or receive praise, inside you still feel empty. It feels like wearing a beautiful but heavy mask. Today's story is for those who are running very fast but don't know where they're running to. In a small riverside town, there was a young man named Adrian. He was gentle, talented, and always followed what society said was right. His parents wanted him to have a stable job. His teachers told him to study a prestigious field. His friends talked about going abroad to build a career. Adrian nodded, smiled, and followed those paths. But the further he went, the more exhausted he felt, like an actor forced to rehearse a script that wasn't his. He did not hate those paths, but he did not love them either. Every day he tried, but his soul was quietly withering. One afternoon, on his way home, Adrian heard music playing in the square. A young woman stood on the stage with the simple guitar, sharing her story. "I once studied finance. Everyone said it was the safe choice, but I knew I was dying inside. I quit and pursued music. Now every day I don't live to please anyone, but to light up myself." People laughed, people clapped, but Adrian stood still. His heart beat faster. That night, he could not sleep. In his mind, he saw again his childhood, when he loved dismantling old bicycles, fascinated by how gears worked, and once dreamed of creating machines that could help others. But no one had ever told him, "This is your path." They only said, "You must be like him. You must do what society expects." Adrian felt like a flower planted in the wrong soil, a river forced to flow backward. And for the first time in his life, he dared to ask, "If this is not my dream, then who am I living for?" The next morning, Adrian went to his father and said, "I am grateful for everything, but I cannot live forever in someone else's dream. I want to pursue mechanical engineering. I want to create something truly my own." His father was silent for a long time. Finally, he nodded. "If you believe, then use your whole life to prove it." Adrian started again from zero. He studied online, worked part-time, and repaired broken bicycles to gain experience. His hands were covered in grease, but his heart was glowing. Years later, Adrian opened a small mechanical workshop where he not only repaired, but also created machines that helped farmers reduce their labor. From the small town, Adrian's name began to spread to the cities. People came not only for the machines, but for the story he carried with him. He trained thousands of young people once lost like he was to find their true direction. He did not just create jobs, he planted in them the belief, you have the right to choose your own life. Many years later, a boy came to Adrian and said, "Everyone tells me I must study medicine, but my heart longs for technology. I spend hours coding, and that is when I feel truly happy." Adrian smiled. The world will always try to mold you into some shape, but real courage is listening to the voice within. If you force a seabird to live in the forest, it will slowly die. Just like if you plant a seed in the wrong soil, it will never bloom. And he said, "Do not live to perform for the world. Live so that your heart beats in its true rhythm." Ask yourself, whose dream is this? If it is not yours, then it is time to begin a new chapter. Today, Adrian is not only a successful engineer, but also an inspiration for thousands of young people. People do not just call him successful, they call him someone who dared to live truly, who dared to walk his own path, and that is a light that nothing can ever extinguish.